Okay. Welcome to Meet the Shoe podcast, Shackle History Unleashed. I am Sade.
I'm Nina.
And today we're going to talk about sexual assault allegations. Who's at fault? Who's at fault? Is the man at fault or woman at fault? You have different scenarios, right? So, what if a young girl come to you, a man, and they just link up, they meet up probably a week or so, a couple times, and she's 16, 17 years old, but she's pretending to be much older. We already know I've done it before. I faked my age. My age made me seem older than I am. So nowadays, a lot of people are getting sexual assault cases,
20
and
years later.
yeah, 20 years later, maybe 30 years later, saying they were sexually assaulted at the age of 17, 16, 17 years old. Who's at fault? You think the man should be at fault, even knowing that not knowing the age, because a lot of girls at that age act older than they really are. You know what I'm saying? May not even tell their age. Is it? I'm thinking maybe everybody should show their ID nowadays. What you think? I mean, it's getting that serious. You should show how old you are. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men don't really know how old a woman is. You know what I'm saying? Unless you meet them, and then you can't even meet them at the club because I was in the club at 16.
So, okay. It goes back to what you just said. As a young girl trying to be grown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're in a hustler's world, right?
Right.
Not even being in a hustler's world. It's just a young girl that just wants to rebel against her parents and get out and do them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that mindset, you automatically try to be, provocative, over sexualized with, how you may do your hair, the clothes that you wear,
Right.
how you speak, right?
Okay.
And then lying about your age, right?
Exactly.
Every single girl that's out of place
Uh-huh.
with the celebrity, I don't care what she says or the lie that she may tell,
Right.
has lied and said that they were over 18 just because they're trying to get the thrill of being in the presence of a celebrity, right?
Yes.
There's no girl that, I mean, if so, well, I'll say this. It's not fair if an older person takes advantage of somebody younger. At the same time, it goes the intentions. Okay, young girl, what's your intentions of why you wanted to be, you know your age, and you know that celebrity is older than you. Why are you lying to be in the presence of them?
Right. Exactly.
So it all goes into fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's at fault? Who's really at fault? You never know, because I'm just going to have a good time. I'm
Yeah.
innocent. I just want to go, and I just want to be posted up with the celebrity, and I just want to be around them and hang around them and fly all over the place, get all these things, right?
But you should know it's something at the end of it. It's not a grown man usually thinking it's going to be a sexual gain anyway at the end of the day, and while we bring this up, they have pictures circulating with P. Diddy with a 17-year-old. At that time, she was 17 years old, sitting on his lap, taking pictures of touring the place. But then she's saying she was gang raped. Did you hear that? I mean, they
I
went
heard that
into a gang rape.
between his security and business partner.
Now that's when it becomes a problem. I mean, it's just so hard though. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't.
I don't know. At that time, I'm gonna say this.
Hey Jeff.
Hey Jeff, if that's true,
right?
Why did it take you so long? Why did it take you so long? You could have done this when it first happened. You're what now? How old are you now? This is 20 years later almost.
Yeah.
So it's at least 15 years later, right? What took you so long? So you waited to jump on a train along with all the other women that's trying to get money, right? That's where it goes into, why is money bigger than the problem.
The problem, right? Because
How did money become bigger than the problem? You you're saying that he knew that you were underage, and
that's
you're
what she
showing
said.
all these pictures and proof now, right? But you had to have told this story to your family members at some point,
Yeah,
right?
and your friends, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
Nobody
I'm
told
a
you, your
celebrity.
parents, no sister, brother, your cousin, nobody came to you and said, hey, you should go tell. You should go file allegations against him, especially in his hate time.
Yeah.
Especially in the time you was around him at a time that he had big fame. It's really not a
Yes.
time that he hasn't been famous, right? Since he was
Exactly.
on the scene. So
Mm-hmm.
you waited all the way till now until Cassie pressed the button. It just seems as though,
It's just
not to
all the
say,
trolls.
it's not to say that none of these things aren't true, but
Right.
it's like lots of people are clout chasing.
They are
Like
trolling.
lots of people are jumping on this money grab, lots of people are doing the same thing. I'm not here to say what Diddy did or didn't deserve.
Didn't
They
do.
said a
Right.
lot of things for years about him.
Right.
They've been saying bad things about him. They've been
Yes.
talking about
Him,
his
R.
business habits.
Kelly, all them.
But you're waiting now.
That's too long.
I feel at some point it should be a fault way before 20 years from now. It should be, if you didn't say nothing within the year's time of that span, at least go to the police station of where it
Well,
happened at, and the
especially if
time
you was
that it
gang
happened at.
raped. You was gang raped. Come on now. If I was gang raped at 17 years old, I would be going through some emotional trauma, and would have went to the police. I would have told my mom or somebody like 3 guys got on top of me.
Yeah, and one of them was Sean Diddy Combs. Like, one of them was one of the most famous, powerful men in
That's
the
out.
United
That's
States.
time. Yeah.
So why?
Why wait
So
so long?
we still can't take away the power that he has, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's still present in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you're wanting to sue now. I'm confused.
Me
I don't
too.
know. Every woman usually has a conversation with their daughters about
Yes.
messing with older men.
Mm-hmm.
um Being present in a locker room, a party, drunk,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
high,
Mm-hmm.
off your square around a bunch of
Yes.
dudes,
Mm-hmm.
riding around, even being in a car, hanging at a house with a bunch of men.
You already
I know I've
know.
had plenty of conversations with my daughters
I have to.
and
You
other
remove
people's
yourself.
daughters, right?
Mhm.
Just girls in particular, right?
Yeah.
Because things happen.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up hanging around a lot of men. That's, thank
Yeah.
God, that's never happened to me.
Thank you.
Nobody's
But you know what? We were like looked at as not as girls that would just give it up anyway. You know what I'm
right.
saying? We were like
I was never
tomboyish,
over
but
sexualized
sexy. Right.
in
We
the
wasn't over
look, right?
sexualized at all. Right.
Now, I always knew that if I'm going in a hotel room with somebody and it's the middle of the night, I'm going to give it up or I ain't going at all.
Exactly. My point
So
is yep.
now it goes to the point of these girls will do this, get played, they'll have this illusion in their mind that, oh, I'm gonna be their wife, I'm gonna be their woman, don't like how they're treated after they give it up, and then they go tell these stories.
And it
That's
has
the
happened.
problem. That's the
Has
problem that's happening as well. Not to
happened.
say, now that's on the fault of women, right? When those women do that.
Mm-hmm.
For the men, you should, especially being as though the kind of money you have, right? You
Mm-hmm.
should be checking IDs. You
Yeah.
should be looking on, and now you can go on the Instagram. You should be looking on Instagram and all
You
that
see what they
social
do.
media for
Yeah.
age.
Yeah. Nowadays.
She said
Exactly.
she said that she was flown out.
Right.
She said that she was flown out. So
Yes.
also with
Oh,
that,
she was flown to him, right?
yeah, yeah. And the she was supposed to be flown on a private jet.
Oh, on a private jet. Okay.
Yeah, she was flown on a private jet to go tour this spot that she was supposed to go work at with them.
Oh.
With his business partner.
So do you think he knew the age then? He had to come on now.
Well, she can easily lie and say her age was something else.
Yeah, fake
And
IDs.
I'm
We had
pretty
that.
sure he did ask her age.
Yeah.
What did you say though? If you're saying that you were 17, he didn't know you were 17 and flew you out. I mean, if his intention is to chase young girls, he's not that slow to where he's gonna say, "Oh, okay, I knew you were 17, and I'm gonna fly you, and then I'm gonna gang rape you, and or I'm gonna take, no,
Right.
I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
No, not
Right.
with
So she told the story of her being older,
Okay.
assuming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe she told him that she was 17 and he didn't care. Let's say that,
Right.
right?
It's too late now.
It still goes back to you waited all this time.
He said lots of the parents are taking them kids to them knowing what's going to happen. Yeah,
Exactly.
usually they
They're
do.
selling
Yeah,
their kids. They're selling their
they're
kids.
selling their
Trying to
kids.
get, because the
But
parents
and
are
you know
trying to
what?
get that opportunity that they missed.
But you know what? The whole thing is a lot of celebrities and stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of the parents when the kids are flourishing in the business, they
Yeah.
done sold their kids out
Yeah. Exactly.
9 times out of 10. Look, shoot, Kiki Palmer mama already said, she said, I should have sold you, your mama should have sold you. What she tell Darius, your mama should have sold you.
She said that she guess she did sell her daughter if she took her to exploit her talent.
Yeah, so
She guess she
for
did,
money.
right? For money. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, definitely. Because you're in every community. It's not just our community.
no,
You look on TV and say, "Oh, that's a way out."
yeah, that's
You
the way
find a
out.
your child can have a little bit of talent, honey. You taking them off and you investing all your money into everything that you think they can do to
Yeah,
get that big break, to get that $1,000,000. Today, I've never had $1,000,000, but they say the $1,000,000 ain't even nothing when you get
it's
it.
nothing
You
now.
got to do a whole lot to keep it.
Yeah,
Once you get it, you addicted to having it, and you got to do a
whole
whole
lot to keep it. You got to up yourself even after that $1,000,000. You got to get oh, it's time to hustle some more, even
yeah,
more.
exactly. And so, past that, there's another allegation of
Hmm.
Melissa Ford that's on the podcast with Joe Button's podcast, right? She's the
Yes,
girl of the bunch. Now she was a big
video
video
vixen
vixen
back
back
there,
in the
video
day.
vixen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so she's well into her 40s now, right? And so are most of the guys that's sitting on the couch with her, right? So she
Right.
makes the allegation about um Cameron and Mace, who's a part of It Is What It Is. We covered them last week.
Yeah, the
She made an
podcast. Yes,
allegation
yes, it
in
is.
stating that they had took girls, underage girls, to the whorehouse.
Mm-hmm.
So what
So
do
she
you
wait a minute. She said they were taking underage girls to the whorehouse.
yes, she said that they went and got underage girls from the whorehouse to bring them to the older men, as if they were doing that for Diddy or for dudes that was older, that they were going
Mm.
recruiting. They were going recruiting is if I'm not mistaken of what she said. I'm gonna go back and look at the exact words of what
We
she
have
said.
factual stories about this, but Melissa Ford has been in the industry and she's been on that end of sexual exploitation. You already know that. She's been in the world. She probably has seen a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
She's been involved in a lot of stuff.
Hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. She'll have to back that. She had to back that up. But Cameron and them ain't playing with it. Don't lie on.
Yes,
He
so
said don't lie on them.
Cameron stated Cameron said he ain't as nice. He's not as nice as she can't he told her don't apologize to him. She got him messed up. He told her
Mm,
she can't apologize. He
mm.
should. He said that you're sitting there playing games, you're looking for clout to have this big, you want headlines. See, that's what people look for. They look for now that everybody got everybody got a podcast now.
Everybody.
Started a podcast was so less, like it was really nothing, right? With
Right.
nobody out there. Now everybody got a podcast, everybody want to do a podcast, and everybody think that if they say it first, that's gonna be the big streaming and
It's
all the
not.
endorsements and all of that, right? So she did it for her voice to be higher, I guess, by them having such, so many numbers,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they're, the eyes being on them and their podcast being so popular, right?
Right.
Make that statement about them. They said, no, don't try to pull it. Don't not do it. Don't do that. Because we
Right.
ain't never went and picked up no young girls and brought them to nobody. Like, why you do them?
Exactly. Right. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know, girl. It's yeah. Well, I don't know. She has a lot to say, so hopefully we'll probably hear more of her talking. You know what I'm saying? Because she gonna have to back up what she say. He said Melissa Ford was out of pocket for that statement. Okay, she actually insinuated what if they're underage girls in the spot that Cam and Mays went to, not to recruit for Diddy. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, Jeff. I don't know. I, I didn't get the chance to hear her version, but I am personally gonna go back and catch up and
I
see.
mean, her version was they have it. I've been looking on it on her page so we can actually see exactly what she said and quote
Mhm.
her, verbatim, right?
Okay.
But he wouldn't tag her. He didn't even
Oh, he didn't.
he wouldn't put her name. He wouldn't put her he says
Of course, he not gonna tag her. He don't want her getting any popularity. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tag her. You know what I'm saying? On my
he said
podcast.
that he wish he could talk about the 90s, but he's not gonna talk about the 90s.
Right. Mhm. Mhm.
He said that they were in his words, Cameron said in his words, they were gang banging bitches. But the girls was allowing them to. That was his term of it,
But you know,
right?
a
He
lot of
didn't make
girls will.
anybody do anything that
You
they
can't.
didn't want to
Yeah.
do.
A lot of girls like that type of situation. They like to do that. It's nothing wrong with it, but don't turn around and say after you done it, you feel remorse or guilty that you did it, and you want to uh, get them locked up or at fault. You know what I mean?
And
So
here's the thing: a lot of majority of the time, the men, especially back then, they didn't have to take anything.
no,
Now women, they're even though they're more outwitted, but it's a whole lot more easier to get some than it was back then, right?
yeah,
At the same time, every girl wanted to be put on from
yeah,
uh, a celebrity male that was, on a high level stature, the
mm-hmm,
big famous person or whatever, right? The
mm-hmm,
thing about that is I'm just not going to exclude when it comes to women doing everything to say that somebody that self-power
mm-hmm,
has violated them,
right,
right?
mm-hmm.
You're looking, it's like everybody's looking for the outs of how to get that money.
Yeah. Nowadays, yeah, it is.
That's what it's coming to. It's like, how do you believe the sexual assault allegations? What I mean, because there's so many people that lie and get caught lying. That how are you to believe and trust? And then now it's been 20 years,
Yeah,
30 years.
people been
You're
in jail for
waiting
a
all
long
this
time.
time to say
Mhm.
something and do something. You had all this opportunity. These men are in, you know, they're out here. They're not hard to find. You can easily go to any attorney anywhere and put
Mhm.
some eyes on something.
Yeah, yeah,
But
it's
you
that
wait.
easy. The
At the
internet, you can put your finger on anything real quick on the internet.
Yeah, and another thing that's going on right now is so 50 Cent, everybody knows that he's been dragging Diddy, right? He
Yes.
now I believe that he is trying to get Surviving Diddy, right? And he got his this dude, Mark Curry, who's a
Okay.
bad boy artist. He's talking a whole lot.
Oh, he's saying a
He's
lot.
saying a whole lot, and he's just talking about how jealous Diddy was and how um he had a girl one time and the girl was into him and he wasn't into Diddy, and Diddy would get upset and mad that if he seen a woman, one of his homeboys or somebody bringing a woman that he liked or want, he assumed that every girl wanted him. And if they
Mm.
didn't, he told the dude Mark that he would spit on his girl.
Oh, wow.
Imagine that, you dealing with somebody And they said
He's
it,
trying to sabotage
they're
your
gonna
relationship.
take your man and they're gonna spit on you because your man don't want them. They want you instead of them.
Right.
Could you handle that from a woman? I couldn't.
I couldn't handle that. No, no. But then Diddy probably wanted him and her at the same damn time. You feel me? So
Yeah, because he explained like, how can I'm a kind of guy. They're talking about how him and Aaron Hall did all these orgies with women or whatever, right? Pulling
right,
trains or threesomes or whatever on these women. And it's like, how do you get hard in front of another man? How does a man get hard in front of another man?
right,
He said he couldn't even stand up in front of another man, let
yeah,
alone to have some
right,
sex
right.
with another man in the room. That's a lot. I
That
think
is a
that's a
lot.
lot.
That is a lot.
And for even for the girls, like, you girls are out here saying that you had these threesomes or you was raped or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like, if you was that upset, you would at least go forward.
you would have going forward. Yeah,
You
heck,
go
yeah,
forward right then and there. I don't see
yeah.
nobody waiting no 20 years.
No,
I'm
not
just not.
especially with a gang
I
rape.
just think that that's cap. I think that all of them is capitalizing off of Cassie. Now, Cassie, that's another story.
Yeah, it
That
is a
that has
totally
nothing to
another
do
story.
with
Yeah.
these other women or whatever she had
Mhm.
going on and whatever. From my understanding, as more and more of it coming out, she's been trying to get her money
She
from
has.
Diddy.
She's been a
Diddy
long
stopped
time.
paying her, so
Yeah.
that's why she filed.
What I tell you, yeah, he stopped
Yeah,
paying her.
he
He
stopped
owed her
paying her.
main thing. He owed her proceeds from all the work she's done
Yeah.
under his
So
label.
basically, he and it seems like he was trying to dehumanize her for stealing from her. I hate to say that. Stealing as far as not giving her what she's due as far as the work of art that she was bringing to the table.
Right.
When she was arguing and fighting about the fact that, dang, I can't even get my own management. Oh, he wanted to, fight me because I was out looking for a new producer. I was out
Or
looking for management. Like, she was
right.
driving herself
Yeah.
into.
Or she want to sing a certain song or put with certain celebrity, other celebrities or do a collaboration. She couldn't do it without his
Yeah,
approval.
yeah,
No, that come on now. He had full control over her whole life.
yeah.
Everything.
So
I bet he had control of her when you gotta pee. When what time you gotta piss? What time you gotta go to the bathroom? Come on, I'm walking right there with you. And
no, it was that bad. You think so?
girl bye. He probably was handing her the tissue.
Whoa. I mean, that's what it's seeming like.
Yeah.
Definitely what it's seeming like. Um, with 50 Cent, 50 Cent has been here all this time and he's been here through the whole ride, right?
Like said, Aaron Hall said he loves to do it in front of other people.
Oh wow, that's horrible.
Aaron Hall is a stone cold old freak.
Yeah, I see. His
I
they
thought
had some allegations going as well with his first baby mama too. The
yeah,
girl
oh yeah.
that was in the Big Pimpin' video, right?
Yes.
Gloria. They had
Gloria.
a
That's a long time ago. You remember that?
yeah. And she's now on a podcast. See what I'm
Ish.
saying? She knows a lot too. She know
Yeah.
about I'm pretty sure she know more. I
Than
mean, she got
anybody.
some stories like Melissa Ford.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so she's on with Vlad.
Oh yes,
And
yes, yes.
so
Oh,
that's a
that's
good
why he
thing
got.
though.
That's why Vlad be having all the info.
Yeah.
He got. I'm gonna tell you, he be having more info before Shade Room.
Yeah, he does. He does because people are comfortable with talking to him as well.
Mm-hmm,
He's been
mm-hmm.
in the game a long time too.
Way before a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, and they get mad at him and say that he's violated a lot of things, but then again, they said that he's fought for the culture as well. So
Yes.
I mean, he's he could do. I like his interviews. Put it like that.
Yeah,
I get a lot of information off of his
yeah,
interviews. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? He gets some good. He
Yeah,
asks us some questions that a lot of people scared to ask. Right?
exactly. But Aaron
Well,
Hall is a mess.
I do want to see Surviving Diddy. I do want to see more. I hope they do a better and bigger fact check, right?
Yes, but you know what?
Um,
I'm not gonna lie. 50 Cent does really good research. You know what I'm saying? I can see him getting the right information.
Okay.
I mean, look at what he did with BMF. Pretty much explicit exactly how they did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wrote it down very well. He has.
He's good at the eye of the production, right? So he's gonna make the story look,
right.
what exactly what it was.
Right.
I do under
And
I believe
he's gonna go factual, and I don't think it's gonna be to the point of that bad, making P. Diddy look too bad. I don't think, but it's gonna be factual. But I don't think Diddy gonna give a damn at this point.
As he should.
And he's gonna sit there and talk to him.
Because he's made it all this time. He's got to be a really strong man to be all this stuff every single day. Something's coming. I don't know. There has to be something, some lesson in this, right?
Yeah.
There's always a lesson in it. I don't know about it being a blessing.
What do you think?
Always a lesson.
What do you think? He's gonna get some underhand, under the table money for this production.
Who did he? I mean, if he has to go talk at the end of this, then yeah, he has to be paid. You know that.
It'll be like a collaboration. He get some more money. Come on now, they gonna both get some money. They gonna get some bread off this together.
Yeah.
He joking around, 50 doing all that stuff. Talking, yeah, this they at the table right now talking.
Right. Yeah. I believe that. I believe they had some conversation, all of that. He said he asked him to call. He said that he asked Diddy to call in front of us. So we'll see, y'all.
Yeah, we'll see. Yes.
Well, bye for now. We will see you guys Friday.
And look, catch our Friday stuff because it's banging, y'all. I mean, we got a lot of hits for our Friday show. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's real topics. And hey, if y'all have anything y'all want us to talk about, just put it in our comment section, and we'll go over it. And
or send us an email. You can send us an email.
Yeah, and we will talk about it. Ain't no shame in our game. Whatever you want to hear.
Exactly.
Thank you guys. You too.